Yo, what's up? It's your host, Sox Cobain, the righteous Lil Kim. We gonna jump right into it. As y'all know, your boy Pooh Shiesty Wild Out got back on Shiesty time. Got back on Shiesty time, and now he's locked up for the robbery of Gucci Man and Gucci Man's some people that were with Gucci Man inside a Texas studio. We gonna jump right into the clip. We got the Department of Justice paperwork, so we not going off of nothing from this clip. We not going off of nothing from the internet. We just letting y'all hear what the news clip said when it dropped. We got the P Dub to tell you what the feds is charging and what the feds is saying.
Federal prosecutors charged Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty and 8 others with robbing 3 men at gunpoint and kidnapping them at a Dallas record studio.
The court documents only refer to the victims by their initials. One victim, called RD, is described as the owner of the 1017 record label, which was founded by rapper Gucci Mane, whose real name is Radrick Davis, RD. The Department of Justice says the incident began with a dispute over a record contract. Fox 4's David Centendry is here with more tonight. David.
Yeah, well, this was disguised as a traditional business meeting, but then it turned into an ambush.
I'll make you pay.
Lontrell Williams Jr., a well-known rapper by the stage name Pooh Shiesty, was on house arrest for a firearms conviction related to drug trafficking when the Department of Justice says he led a group to rob and kidnap 3 people inside a Dallas recording studio back in January. The motive? So Pooh Shiesty could get out of a record contract with rapper Gucci Mane's label, the new 1017 Records.
We're not talking about low-level rappers here, guys who are trying to make it.
TMZ tells Fox 4 to let go of Pooh Shiesty would have been a financial blow to Gucci Mane's record label.
He had a lot of artists under his label, and then he made a decision that he was going to let go a lot of those artists. One of the very few, though, that he held on to happened to be Pooh Shiesty, because, again, Pooh Shiesty is somebody who's got a lot of fans. He's got hit music, and certainly somebody that Gucci Mane could be profitable.
According to a criminal complaint, Pooh Shiesty was upset with contract terms. Surveillance images show Pooh Shiesty, his father, and 7 others before they enter the studio. Once inside, Pooh Shiesty pulled what appeared to be a black AK-style pistol, pointing it at the head of a victim, labeled RD, demanding RD sign contractual release paperwork. RD complied. Gucci Mane's legal name, Roderick Davis, matches those initials.
The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence.
That wasn't the end of it. The feds say the group robbed the victims of expensive jewelry and cash.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
Pooh Shiesty lives in Frisco, according to the complaint, but investigators say most of the alleged accomplices traveling from Memphis, Tennessee, were staying at a Dallas hotel the day of the ambush, including accomplice Rodney Wright Jr., a rapper with the stage name Big 30. Social media post reportedly shows suspect Terrence Rogers wearing a variety of jewelry believed to be stolen during the robbery, even stolen sneakers. There's also a post highlighting a large amount of cash. Footage from Memphis shows federal investigators collecting evidence at the home of Pooh Shiesty's father, Lontrell Williams Sr. That was on Wednesday, the day most suspects were arrested.
We remain committed to investigating violent crimes like these.
8 of those 9 suspects in custody. Feds still looking for one more, possibly in Georgia.
All right. All right, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to tell you what the P Dub say. All right. Latrell Williams Jr., which is Pooh Shiesty, eyewitness accounts state that Williams Jr. brought RD in the recording studio and demanded that RD sign a release contract at gunpoint before taking RD's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and cash. Eyewitness accounts also place Williams Jr. in the room when the additional kidnapping and robberies of MM and BP occurred. Those are the people who were with Gucci Man. Cell phone records, and those listen, they already know who everybody is, so don't get in the comments talking crazy. Cell phone records, electronic location monitoring, and surveillance footage place Williams Jr. at the offense location. Electronic location monitoring data also places Williams Jr. at the Staples location with his father believed to be the printing believed to be printing the termination contract prior to arriving at the offense location. All right, let's just get into it. I got 8 people with me. I should be very, very, be careful of the company you keep. It's all about your circle. These certain sayings are so true that you have to go with them. Even if Pooh Shiesty had this idea, this is the way he wanted to handle this situation. Now let's bring it back. The first time I heard about Pooh Shiesty, not the first time I heard about, and I heard Pooh Shiesty speak about how he got into the streets. Pooh Shiesty said that his father introduced him to the streets. Mind you, his father's a co-defendant right now in this case. Got one of his artists, Big 30. You know what I'm saying? That's your artist. He's a co-defendant on this case. So it's 9 people. Pooh Shiesty's one of them. So now it's 8 other people. As of 8 other people, nobody says like, yo, we're not doing this. This is not smart. Okay, you're going to do that on your own. He found 8 people with no brain that agreed to travel from somewhere. And this is the crazy thing too, because the people that these people emulate and supposed to be watching, when you in the streets and you doing street shit, you should be watching the people that's going down for doing the same shit you doing, because maybe you can avoid yourself from going down. So while y'all traveling on these buses and all that, you just made the whole shit fed, period. Even if y'all would have just beat them up, it's fed now because y'all went from one state to another. Mind you, he's in business with this man. These are contracts under the United States of America. They're in videos, they have history, all this. When somebody dies or something happens to a person, who are the first people police look for? Look at the people that they're affiliated and close with, their significant others, you know what I'm saying, their friends, their business partners, the people they may have problems with. So nobody said, nah, this is not smart. Now, what it says in the paperwork here, and what I came to find out, that they were in the studio and he was fronting like he was doing a studio session and wanted to get Gucci on the record. That's how they get Gucci in the studio. And they all sitting there, because I'm like, a business meeting about terminating a contract at a studio. If I want to terminate a contract, I don't think I want to do it inside your studio session, because you may have your artists there that I don't want in my business. You may have other people in there that I don't want in my business. The music may be loud. It's just not it's not the correct setting for that. Point blank, period. That was very strange. You know what I'm saying? So really, I don't think there was no business meeting in Gucci's mind. I think they might have been talking or something like that, but he did definitely give Gucci the impression that he was recording music that day and he wanted Gucci to get on some music. I think that's what really got Gucci there, because if that was Gucci coming to terminate contracts, it should have been more lawyers there. It should be about 1 or 2 lawyers in here. I don't think that these people, anybody that was with Gucci Mane, was a lawyer. He is Gucci Mane. He's not terminating no contract with no artist the level of Pooh Shiesty without no lawyer there, or in a certain type of setting. So that's how they lowered them into the studio. And while they're in the studio, what happens is Pooh Shiesty gets a call, because you see they saying that they had them through all this monitoring. We collected all this information, monitoring, data, location monitoring. He has on an ankle bracelet. So the minute he left his crib, it followed him. Like, all 8 of y'all. Duh. All 8 of y'all. You're going to go and do this while they are following y'all? How stupid can that be? How stupid can that be? So now the location and all that, they called him on his phone. Yo, what you doing over there? He like, oh, so-and-so gave me the pass that I can go out and do some blah-da-da. Nah, that's not good. We dead heat in that. Come back, go back in your crib. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on house arrest if I'm not mistaken. So now that's when he puts the plan in action, because until this time, everybody's sitting around parlaying, drinking, smoking, you know what I'm saying, chilling it out. Now he puts the plan in action, gets Gucci Mane in the booth, and presents this paperwork to Gucci Mane. When he presents this paperwork to Gucci Mane, you know, him and Gucci Mane start speaking about the situation, and they say that in this paperwork that I'm reading from the Department of Justice, y'all can pull it up. It ain't no mystery paperwork. I'll give you the exact link. United States District Court filed, Northern District of Texas. All you got to look for is United States of America. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you the case number. Case number 3326-MJ-328-BK. None of this is, you know what I'm saying, nothing that I'm putting together. I'm telling you what's said in the case. Said in the paperwork. So now this is when he tells them to come in the booth. They're talking or whatever the case may be, and things get heated. When things get heated, Pooh tells Big 30 to go to the truck and get his bag. That bag that's in the truck is where the Swammies is at. So now the Swammies come back. That's when he present the Swammy to Gucci and tell Gucci sign on the dotted line. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he relieved Gucci of his candy, the watch, the ring, the earrings. And while he's relieving Gucci of his candy, his people start relieving Gucci's entourage of their candy too and other things. You know what I'm saying? Within these other things that they were leaving them with, these bags that they're taking from these people have ear tags on them. So now they're going with these bags with these ear tags. So not only do y'all got the tag of his Pooh Shiesty's ankle bracelet, now when y'all pull a move, y'all got all these ear tags from these bags that y'all took from these people with y'all too. So now all this goes down. He signs it, he shows it to his father, and then his father said, nah, I gotta be dated. That's when they made Gucci Mane put the date on it. Now that's when everybody else is starts getting, you know what I'm saying, the rest of his entourage starts doing what they're doing with the with Gucci Mane entourage, which they have photos in this paperwork and everything. You can see photos of it looked like son might have got relieved of his candy aggressively, got whelps on his wrist, whelps on his neck. Like boys told him, and I'm not talking about Gucci, it's somebody else. You can't see the picture of the person, but you know what I mean? So my thing is like, what, Pooh, you just came home to take everybody back to jail with you, bro? Get the lawyers. That made no sense. Then you got Pops, but like he said, Pops brought him outside. Then you got Pops out here. What are you doing, Pops? How you gonna agree to your son like this makes any sense that we're gonna do this? Then the rest of these idiots, you got somebody, you robbing people for sneakers. These is the kind of people you really think is fit for the job, for you to get away clean skate, get your contract back. Because if the whole thing was to get yourself out of this contract, you still didn't do that. You just put yourself back in jail, bro. All you did with that situation was put yourself back in jail. That was an official crash out. And it's crazy that the official crash out came from the creator of one of the biggest YG trends that exist, which is wearing a mask everywhere at all times. It's crazy that look how things happen. But this is my thing too with this situation. You gotta, because there's two sides to it. Now let's get on the shiesty side. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on the shiesty time. I mean, let's get there. Now on the shiesty time, you have no way to feed your family, because this is what happens in these contracts. These artists are left with scraps because they don't know what they're signing. So when they're bringing in 30 mil and they signed a contract that offer 30 mil, you only gonna get 30,000. Then every 300 mil, that's what you get, 30,000. And there's no way for you to make that reverse unless it's through paperwork and documentation. So these artists that are coming in the game, you got your Pops, like, and you posted, that's not being a father. That's not being a father, bro. You was supposed to set him up to where you were helping him with the business, to where he wasn't even in this position, period. You're his dad, not his homeboy, not his friend, not his cousin, not his hype man. His father. Failed mission. You know what I'm saying? God gave you a mission. You failed that mission, bro. You failed that mission. So now when you don't have education and signing these contracts, they sign these contracts, and what I'm saying is now you have a person where, okay, this was my way out. This builds frustration in people. This is my way out. I thought I was going to be able to pay the bills, take my people away, take care of everybody, take care of myself, and I can't do that because I didn't know what I was signing. I signed up for the short term, for the quick 60 seconds of fame, this, that, and the third. But then when the back end came around and it was time for the things that's always around, which is priorities, bills, you know what I'm saying? Food, clothing, shelter, those things have to continuously be provided. So now when it's time for me to nurture these things and my contract is not set up properly for me to nurture these things, but my music is generating the money, that builds a lot of frustration in these artists. A lot of frustration in these artists. So at the same time that it is their responsibility to sign these, to know these contracts before they sign them, and nobody else's. That's why they say your business is that's your business. You got to know your business. That's a saying that's real. So you got to know, all right, let me get this, you know what I'm saying? Let me figure this out. Because if you put yourself in that situation, you had the option to do that. It was an option. So now you have that side of things. So now you have an artist where he's starving. He's back where he was, and his videos is all 100 millions on YouTube. His streams are 100 millions on these streaming platforms, and he's back where you found him at. You see what I'm saying? And this is happening a lot. So now the frustration is being built. You know what I'm saying? The frustration is being built. And if you don't have the proper people around you, which Pooh Shiesty didn't, you know what I'm saying? This is what you do. You make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? You make rash decisions. And you put together one of the dumbest plans that was ever made. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was Suge Knight or Puff Daddy in 1990. This is not that era. You're not going to be thinking you're doing what you just did and it's actually going to work. Nah. How much money they were getting off of you? So the frustration from there, it builds you up to make those wrong decisions or how to handle the situation. And when you have the wrong people around you, they're going to co-sign that. And that's what happened. He had the wrong people around him that allowed them to they basically gave the people something they was looking for. And this happened in January. Let me try to see if I could pull up when Pooh Shiesty even came home from, I want to see if I can pull up when he even came home from prison to see how long he was home from prison. Because let's see. Let's see how long he was out of jail. He got out of jail October 2025. October 2025. He didn't even see October 2025, and we in April of 26. April of 26. So I just wanted to bring that part up also. But I'm gonna get back to it. You have the frustration that's built up in these artists because they have put themselves in bad business dealings. These labels also come to these artists knowing, and Gucci, you from that side. You from that. You seen that boy was still, you know what I'm saying, a danger to himself. We got to make it our responsibility to save ourselves because nobody is going to save us. We can't expect that the Universals and the Sonys and these kind of labels, which they should be doing, you know what I'm saying, are going to say, okay, I see an artist with talent, but I know that he has, you know what I'm saying, anger problems or he has no financial literacy. So let me see if I can at least offer him help with that. That should be inputted, just like in the judicial system, in the medical system, in a sports system and an entertainment system. They have systems and they have departments where they have mental health to help people, you know what I'm saying, get out of certain patterns of thinking and patterns of handling situations and stuff like that. And those are not provided to us at all, and we need to provide them to ourselves, because this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the same kid who let off the hammer in one of the most prominent popping nightclubs in Miami. I can understand. I mean, like, so right there, you gotta be like, all right, I might need to pay a little more attention to him, and let's see if we could get him to where he not making those kind of decisions in those kind of situations. Because look, he did that. That sent him to jail. He come home from jail in October of 25, and then in January of 26, I think they said this happened in January. In January of 26, you do something else that puts you right back in jail in late March. So, yo, man, to all the kids out there that's watching, you don't want to be on shiesty time. That boy ain't gonna see now probably anything that had to do with 1017 in Gucci, because of the way he went about it and the consequences that he's gonna have to pay now. And then he has the wrong people around him, like I said too. So once you got the wrong people around you, y'all playing on the internet. I don't know how y'all think playing on the internet and going on IG and taking stuff down is removing something. That's quiet. They got it. They got it just like we got it. So we got the info, man. We had to bring it to y'all and let y'all know what actually took place and what they got in this paperwork for Pooh Shiesty. And this paperwork says everything. Ain't too much to highlight. Ain't too much to say. Long story short, you're not gonna see Pooh Shiesty home. They're not gonna give Pooh Shiesty no bail. They're probably gonna give none of them no bail, and he's gonna sit up for this. He's going to sit up for this. All that video evidence. Your pops going to rent a car. Now, pops, how you going to rent a car in your name? Come on, pops. This is what I'm saying. You supposed to be the father. How are you going to rent a car in your name? How are you letting your son even go through with this? You supposed to be like, nah, you doing that shit on your own, little dummy. And if you get caught out there, don't fucking call me, because this is a dumb idea. Let's go with it. Let's think about any other way we can go with this. Any other way we can go with this. But like I said, when these artists get in them positions, it's frustrating because this is what they intended on getting them out of the other situation they was in. And then they have no business mind state, so they don't know that piece of paper means everything until they find out that piece of paper means everything. And now they thinking it's that easy, that, you know? So I want y'all to jump in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about this, what y'all think Gucci Mane should do. As we see, also in that paperwork, you're gonna see the feds are saying, and it's showing in the paper. Let me see if I could go to that right fast. If I can find that right fast. You got eyewitnesses saying, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, eyewitnesses saying what they seen Pooh Shiesty do to Gucci. So yeah, check it on. You can check it on the press release. Justice.gov. You pull up justice.gov. You can pull up that that's where I got the PDF from, and it'll show you everything. Man, we out.